Hey guys, I want to talk to you really quick about something that I read. For the first time since I was a very young woman, I read the book of Job. And I read it with a really open mind this time, not from like a religious standpoint, but just from the story that it is. And what happened is Satan and God were having a conversation. And Satan said, "You know what? Of course Job is faithful to you. You know, he's like one of the richest men in the world and he's got beautiful children. And, you know, if you took all that stuff away from him, he would curse you." And God said, "You know, I don't think he would." And he says, "Why don't you go down and test him and see?" He says, "Just don't take his life." And so Satan comes down, and in the same day, all of Job's children are killed and all of his wealth is taken away. And the first thing that Job did is went out and prayed to God. And so Satan goes back up and he says, "You know what? It's because you didn't let me touch his health." You know, basically, like if I could do that, he would curse you for sure. And so God said, go try that. But he says, whatever you do, don't take his life. So Satan comes down and inflicts Job with these huge boils, like his entire body's just covered with it. And 3 advisors come to talk to Job, and they're basically like, "Well, you had to have done something wrong, you know, to have all this stuff happen." And they talk all this negativity into his ear. And Job is like very doubtful, you know, and feels abandoned, basically. But what he does is he curses the day he was born. And he kept his faith to God. And basically what happened at that point is God comes to him and says, "You know what, like he says, look at all of the wilderness where there is no man and it still rains. Flowers still thrive and survive." He says, "Look at a peacock, like it lays its eggs in dirt. It doesn't think that a human is going to go walk across it or another animal is going to crush it. Like look at the Leviathan that is just taken care of in nature." And they get their strength, you know, from their personal power is basically what he's saying. And it hit me so hard that the most beautiful stories of hope come from the most dark place of desperation, because Job is a book that people turn to when they feel like they're being abandoned, basically. And so the reminder is that there is a fight between light and dark. And the fight is it's the polarity of that. There is light and dark in all of our worlds. And there are so many of us that are going through huge shift, and it feels very dark. But the reality is we can merge those things, and we can make it not quite so painful if we remember that we're getting this stuff to see if we're going to give up faith. And are you going to give up faith? Like, are you going to turn to the dark side and be like, "Curse God, curse everybody, slam them down," you know, turn to your more evil side? Or are you going to go into pure, radiant, shining light? You know, and it's a reminder to like transmute all that ugly that you're seeing. Take it in, breathe it out into love. Like all that anger, the stuff that you're feeling just swelling up inside your body, eat it, transmute it into pure love. And whatever you do, don't succumb to the pressure of giving up your faith. That everything is okay. Everything is okay as long as we take the lessons, we take it in stride, we let the light and the dark merge together and become one thing. We don't know one without the other. We've got to remember that. And that will help us to keep that faith. If we take this vertical dimension, merge it with this horizontal dimension, know that we're here to become beautiful, radiant, shining creatures of light. And we're not going to let anything snuff out that light. Can you imagine the feather in the cap it would be if somebody could snuff out your light? So if you're going through anything, whether it's health issues, people are going through severe health issues right now. If it's relationship issues, if it's the death of something old, let it happen. Just let it happen. Take it in stride and keep the faith. All right? I'm going to see if you can feel all this amazing mountain energy coming through. Lots of love. Know everything is going to be okay, guys. Everything is going to be okay. I'm telling myself that when I'm telling you that too. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.